What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Today we're back at another DB video. I'm trying to get you guys 2 or 3 of these on Mondays. Just trying to ease it in. I do like doing it a lot because it does show off different decks that we don't get to see at Destiny at locals. And this is going to be one of those examples here. So diving on in, we are going to be seeing the player down here with 1,000 rating and going first. Lots of experience in this game, playing 9,000. We see a Fabled Lurie, a Dark Ruler No More, a Sinister Hero Necrom, a Droplets, and then a Diabellus. This is going to be the Chimera deck. We don't have none of this at our locals right now. And then over here we have King Regulus, a Rouge Doll, Gimmick Puppet, Forbidden Droplets, and then a Condolence Puppet and a Calacream. So we actually can see Condolence Puppet go kind of hard against this deck. You know, depending on what kind of board they end on. There are boards that end on Desiree and stuff like that, or definitely other bodies on the field as well. And looking at this hand, it's not the greatest. We have 2 accesses to the Feasmith engine here, and then we have, of course, 2 kind of bricks. So we're most likely going to be seeing the normal summon of the Lurie here, which is not going to be the greatest on our hand. This hand is very bad, especially as we're going first. And then you look over here, this hand's actually pretty crazy, honestly. You know, going first or second, going to be able to just dump one and then just be able to go full combo, and then also have the Regulus to kind of be a protection, which I guess they now are playing. We're going to be seeing the normal summon of the Lurie going up into the Requiem, and they don't have any hand traps here, so this is going to go through, and it does allow us to get quite a bit with this. We're going to be seeing go up into Princess, put back, and we could go either for the Caesar or the Desiree. We're going to most likely go for the Sequence, and then here we could actually go up into a different card. We can't go for the Desiree because we don't have anything else here. But we can use other cards to go up into maybe an Aerial Eater line, or depending on what we're going to be. So we're going to see the 2 Feasmith cards being put in for the Aerial Eater. Aerial Eater will then dump the Big Wing Beffermat. We can then link up for the Muckraker. Muckraker then discard and then summon back out. We're going to be seeing then the effect, letting us add both. And we have normal summoned, so we cannot just normal summon the Gazelle. But now we have access to Chimera Fusion, which can get us into a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to dumping the Gazelle as well as the Necrom to go up into that Beffermat. Beffermat will then activate these effects as well as the Gazelle, letting us search for that Coatl. And then we dump the Mirror Swords. We're going to be seeing the Chimera Fusion being added back to the hand. And then we're going to be discarding the Coatl to search for another Gazelle as a normal summon or a fusion target for the next turn. Here we just pass turn on this. This is most likely going to be sent to the graveyard at some point to try to get out maybe the Diabellus. But otherwise, like, this is not looking too good, honestly. It's kind of unfortunate. Like, we can't link it away into anything else. Maybe wanting to go for a Guardian Chimera line, but I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this. There's not any double ways of fusioning. We do have a way to, like, send the fusion to the graveyard with the Droplet, so we might be able to see that potentially, but otherwise, it's not looking like a good of a hand. We see the Chaos Force going to be drawn. Again, you can search for this, so not the greatest draw, but the rest of our hand is going to be pretty nuts. You know, being able to send, I think this is like, oh, especially from extra. So yeah, we're going to send 3 cards here. Very nice. That's going to make it essentially so that we can't target or affect any of our stuff. And we here see the Little Soldiers, Brisk, and the Terror Baby being sent to the graveyard. This is going to be a machine for our Regulus. I guess they are all machines, but these 2 are going to get banished there, I should say. But yeah, and now we banish the Terror Baby as well as the Brisk, leaving the Little Soldiers in the graveyard, and then we go Regulus to target the Little Soldiers, summon himself out, and now we have a negate on the field. We then get to go for the Brisk, summoning herself out by revealing, and then we summon out another Little Soldier from the deck. Little Soldier is going to dump the Lost Art one here, the Dairy Doll, and then we're going to chain a Chimera Fusion on this, trying to get rid of the entire board with the Guardian Chimera. Guardian Chimera is going to do Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Big Wing, and this is definitely going to be met with something, right? Droplets might be able to send. This doesn't target or anything else, so we won't be kind of screwing that up. And then we're going to be chaining Droplets here, sending both to negate both. But we can, oh, we can't chain Droplets because they sent a spell there. Yeah, that's going to be very rough for us. We can't chain anything, unfortunately, because it's sent a monster and a spell. If they would have sent 2 monsters, we could have chained this, but that's going to be very unfortunate for us. We're going to be seeing the Diabellus summoning herself back because of the Big Wing, but, like, we got nothing. It should have been Mirror Swords, I believe, because like you want to be able to summon it back out the big wing from the deck. If we played 2 of it, like this is not going to do anything for us. I guess, you know, it's going to be able to kind of fight the rank up add back, but it's not going to matter too much here. We're going to be seeing us go for the giant grinder, and then they're going to activate the effect. And then on the special summon, we're going to chain the droplets to negate both. I'm not negating that with Regulus at all. It's not going to make any much of a difference. We detach someone with the cattle, then we get to add back the Rouge doll here. We then go up, because it's a level 8, for another grinder, and it's going to be destroying the Diabells. And then we're going to be seeing them bring back the Guardian Chimera to burn, which is pretty nice. Then we're going to go up into the bigger one, which is then going to burn for 33, and they just submit defeat there because they realize the game is going to be over. Yeah, there's not much you can do against that. Gimmick Puppet is pretty nice, especially when they start off with a +3 and followed up with a immediate Omni Negate, which is pretty crazy. Backed up with a Forbidden Droplets as well, sending a spell so you can't even chain your own droplets. But they played it pretty well, especially for that horrible hand. But diving on to game 2, we're going to be seeing Mirror Swords Knight, a Droplet, a Polymerization, a Quaddle, and a Patchwork. Then we're going to see a Droplet, a Little Soldiers, a Dairy Doll, a Priest Rise Mask, and a Regulus. So once again, we opened up pretty decently over here. I mean, you don't want to see this in your hand. And like this is not the greatest either. So I guess like there's 2 kind of bricks in your hand, and then like this will dump one, so you're gonna have access to Regulus, but it doesn't really do anything either. You know, you can break their board with droplets, sending maybe these 2, and you have a top deck. But like we have a very nice hand over here, completely with Polymerization, droplets, and like Mirror Swords Knight for a normal summon. So we're gonna be seeing a okay. So we see the spell equals OTK. I mean, they would have been able to go quite far with the Patchwork. Going to be able to do quite a bit with that, having multiple polymerizations, being able to search, thinning your deck, and then we had the Mirror Sword as a normal summon. They don't know that, but we definitely had a really good board there. But they also didn't want to really sit there and wait for them. But diving on to game 3, we are going to be seeing the Gimmick Puppet deck going to be going first, with the also a lot of rating on this guy too. Thrust, Call of the Grave, a Scissor Arm. So now we are playing this. This is a little bit unusual, I believe. And then the Cattle Scream, and then the Field Spell, a nice card. So this is going to be a 1-card combo. I know I've been told that before. And then paired up with the Cattle Scream is another different combo there. And we have a Thrust as well in case we get hand trapped. We do have the Ash Blossom in the hand. But moving on over here, we see Patchwork, the OTK card against Gimmick Puppet, I guess. And the Gazelle, a Necrom once again. And then we see the Engraver and an Ash Blossom. So putting up 1 hand trap against this. But we have the Call of the Grave, which is going to be pretty nice. And then we'll still be able to talent or thrust us into maybe talents or whatever else they want to see. So looks like we're going to be seeing a Field Spell going to be activated, and then chaining an Ash Blossom with the quickness. This is definitely a good option in my books. I completely understand that, but we have the Call of the Grave to stop that Ash Blossom, and now we get to go full combo. Dreadful or Jerry Doll's going to activate, and then we can normal summon, or we're going to be searching for this, I should say, a Rouge Doll. And then we're going to be normal summoning the Puppet, which can then dump 1 from the deck, dumping the Brisk Doll here. And then now we will no longer be able to target. And then we banish, so that we now are protected by the targeting. We're then going to go for the Rouge Doll, summoning herself out, as well as the Little Soldiers. Little Soldiers going to be dumping the Lost Art here. We then go up into the Phantus Machinix, letting us search for the spell. Kind of crazy that they have that. Like, that's an unreal card. And then we're going to see the Cattle Scream detached to summon out. And then we're going to be using the effect of Rouge to add herself back. Little Soldiers will now protect and make this level 8. So yeah, okay. So now we have 2 level 8 on the field once again. And then we go up into the Machinix once again with this here. We then activate the effect to add the Puppet play. So it's for the follow-up. I don't think there's going to be another turn, but just because we can, I guess. You want to be able to detach as well. So we see us go into the number 40. This is the card that got hit to 1. We do add back the rank up here. And then we're going to activate the effect, putting a material on this and then burning it. And then we are going to be detaching to summon, I suppose. They're going to burn it later on here, but that's not going to be the point. We give the Cattle over there, and then we rank up into another burn card. And we're going to be detaching, or summoning out to add back, I should say. And then we get to add 1 back because we do burn for 31 because it is an XYZ and drawing a card. Pretty nuts if you ask me. Then we're going to be seeing the Gimmick puppet making everything have materials now, or I guess counters. Then we're going to activate a Foolish that we just drew for the Terror Baby. This is going to be so that we can banish it, so now they cannot respond to anything with us. So we can go up for the Link monster here and then add the Terror Baby itself, which you are going to be seeing right here. And now we're going to go to add the Terror Baby. And we're going to special summoning out the Rouge Doll, normal summoning out the Terror Baby, activating, summoning it back out. Then we're going to activate the effect, destroying it for 2k. This is when it's special summoned out, you just deal damage, which is kind of nutty. And then we just have to do it one more time here, which I believe we are going to be able to do. So we banish this to summon out. We now have 2 level 8s. This is going to be OTK, yeah. We go for the Grinder Golem, and they activate the effect to summon out. And then this is going to just inflict damage. Another 31, and they have now won the game without giving them another turn. So this is going to be the FTK without even having to activate Thrust, which is kind of crazy as well. You know, we could have maybe seen a talents being searched for. And then we could have like ripped their hands, seen that there was nothing, and then we wouldn't have to like necessarily banish these 2 here. But regardless, it still worked out for them. I guess we decided to banish the little soldiers because we do want to make that guy level 8. Very important. It is really cool how we did see the scissor arms. I have not seen any of these deck set logos for a while, since the ban list, of course. This deck is gaining quite popularity online though, so I definitely wanted to feature it a little bit more. It didn't look like their hand game 3 was very nice, obviously with the Ash, and then kind of getting sacked with that one of Call by the Grave, but sometimes it just is what it is. Regardless, hope you're watching the video. Let me in the comment section down below what other duels you guys want to be seeing. I can definitely look for some duels on DB, which is going to be the great aspect of it, while at locals I'm kind of forced into whatever people are playing. But hope you guys are watching the video regardless. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, see more content like this, and don't forget to stay safe. Peace.